Hello there, Dan the Weatherman here. Hey, welcome to my weather show, the weather for New Zealand for the coming week. We're heading into meteorological autumn. Does that mean some big cold, mean nasty? No, different story. It's pretty quiet, pretty chilled out, a lot of high pressure, but the tropics, they're starting to bubble away with some tropical cyclones to the north of Australia. They'll get close to us, but we'll keep high pressure more or less keeping our weather pretty quiet and pretty chilled out. And with the flow coming from the Southern Ocean, for some of us, it could even be normal to perhaps even a little bit below normal. This is the satellite. You can see the lumpy bits of cloud there, the tropics going crazy. We've had a lot of rain to eastern parts of Australia, big stuck, cut-off low, convergence. They've had the most rain in one day, for instance, for Brisbane. That's sitting there. We have the big upper ridge keeping us dry. We've got the flow from the Southern Ocean, a little swirl of low pressure, a few bits of high cloud, but quiet weather because of that little block there. And over the course of the week, the same thing happens. Wherever you see the bend, the pink is quiet, chilled out weather. We keep more or less settled conditions. That's the low, and watch how we go through the week. That will slowly disconnect itself from the east coast of Australia. They improve with the rain before the next system comes in. We of course, keep the pink, one little passing system on Tuesday before we get the next big circle, quiet weather with a big mountain of warm air or upper ridge, meaning the week is pretty chilled out. This is Monday. So the first area of high pressure sits there. The flow around it is like that. So there'll be showers in a cooler, fresher southerly flow up the east of the North Island. You can see a few lumps of blue to the west of the South Island. A couple of showers there, almost fine. There's the wet weather there. The flow around the system is like that. Pretty much the same sort of thing for Tuesday. But remember, Tuesday, there's a little piece of upper energy that comes in. What was the high? The first one gets the squeeze. The second one just comes in after it, but a few showers to the far south. So places like Dunedin, Invercargill, Queenstown, could be a raincoat day. Just a couple of showers, not much, a few millimetres. North from that, the first front has faded. Places like Auckland, Gisborne, odd shower, but I think you're otherwise okay. Going into Wednesday, the new high takes shape, and it's pretty much like Monday. It's a southerly flow, showers up the east coast, cloud from places like Canterbury, odd bit of drizzle. Western areas will do better and go into the course of Wednesday, and then eventually Thursday. Thursday is probably the best day of the week. Fine, dry, just some cloud into a few eastern areas at first. And you will notice the swirls of low pressure, tropical low, trying to develop into a cyclone, but it may just be very brief. But if anything, that's the wet, we're in the dry, and notice right through the course of the week, we keep the big block, the big circle, the big mountain of pink or high pressure, keeping us high and dry. So it's going to be a dry week. Temperatures with the flow like that for much of us are where they should be for the time of year. But for some, you may down south, places like Dunedin, Invercargill, Queenstown, could see some mid to even upper teens for highs, a couple of 20s, and some middle 20s further north where you should be. These systems, you're thinking, well, will any of that rain creep towards us? Not with that big area of high pressure. That's the weekend. We're still with that. Notice could be a tropical low, maybe a cyclone staying to our north. That moisture will fade away. Could be something from the Southern Ocean, perhaps late weekend into early the following week. But until then, we're high, we're dry, and this is the rainfall for the week. The whole week, where you see the purple, that of course is 50, 100 millimetres or more. That's a storm track with that. Look at all the rain, more for eastern Australia. And we're right in the middle. Lighter blue is 5, maybe 10 millimetres. The odd spot to the east coast, and the far south and west may get 10 or 20 for the entire week. So it's going to be a dry week. It's going to be a settled week, but there's lots of moisture around the edges. That's the weather for now.